Hey guys, Kelly here with 1776 Firearms. We're going to do another gun review this evening. Unfortunately, my wife isn't going to be able to make this one. We are Bengals season ticket holders, and this is the first game of the season, so her ass is down at the field. I can't believe I said ass again. Sorry about the language, guys. All right, so I got some friends here to do a gun review with me, and actually, he's donated the guns to do this review. So the first gun that we are doing is a PSA Dagger. Okay, this is pretty. I like the slide. PSA Dagger. So a couple years ago, Glock's what are they called? The patent expired. So PSA picked it up, and PSA has been making these daggers. Never shot one before, so I'm looking forward to getting to the range and trying it. But this is modeled just like it's after the Glock 19. So we'll see how that does. Next, we're gonna be shooting the Glock 19. Glocks. I've never been a Glock guy. I felt like they all felt the same in the hand. They all looked the same. Never really been a Glock guy. The more I shoot Glocks, the more I like Glocks. So I'm looking forward to shooting this one too. In my classes, I use a Glock 44, which is a 22. So, which is a 22 long rifle. I've already said that. So we're going to keep moving on. Glock, looking forward to shooting the Glock. I can edit it. And then the third one is the Shadow Systems MR920. Again, this one is supposed to be exactly like a Glock 19. In fact, all of them are interchangeable parts, and this one is supposed to just be the superior model. Shouldn't have said that right then, but we'll move on. Looking forward to shooting all three of them, and then we'll come back and tell you what we think. These videos are strictly informational. I'm not trying to sell you anything. We're just going to shoot these guns and then come back and give you our honest opinion of what we think of them. None of us are professionals, but we like to think we are. We'll see you guys here in a little bit. Thanks for tuning in. All right. Nice. Look at that. Nice tight grip. Just took out his genitals. Nice shot.
My plan.
All right, are you? Nice shooting, Roxy. Tighten up your grip. Nice, nice control. Tight grip. Nice. Nice job. Nice shot. Nice shooting. Holy shit. And there goes the crutch.
Huh?
That's it. Okay, so we just got done shooting the three guns. We shot the Dagger, we shot the Glock 19, and we shot the Shadow Systems MR 920.
Something like that.
Something like that. Yeah, who wants to start? So let's start with the American flag one. That was the Dagger. How did everybody like shooting the Dagger? The American flag.
It was my
side.
least favorite.
That was your least favorite? And that was...
feeling, the way it felt was my least favorite.
Okay.
You didn't like the
feel like-
ergonomics?
No, but I felt like my accuracy was better.
I felt like your accuracy was better with that one as well.
Yeah.
With the Dagger. Yeah, you were shooting very well. So how many times have you shot? You shot quite a bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
First time on the range was 7, so
Yeah.
I had her out there
Okay,
at 7.
she's been shooting for a while.
She shot a 9 kilopeter when she was 7.
My 9 kilometer.
That's awesome. So you shot very well.
Yeah.
And then, so you disliked that one, but you shot really well with that one, and you disliked it. Why did you dislike it? Just because you're loud?
Yeah, I don't really know.
Okay. Yeah, that's all right.
I'm not a fan of the Dagger, but first I got to preface this. I am not a Glock person. I think Glock got the ergonomics completely wrong on 5 generations of firearms.
I can't disagree with that.
That's a personal opinion. That's just mine. All the haters out there can hate me all you want. I don't care.
Now, and he's saying this, but all 3 of those pistols, he owns
Are mine.
them.
Now,
So,
the Dagger was my least favorite. I'm pretty much, I can get a 5 to 10 inch group with most firearms. I get flingers with it, and I don't know why. That's my only thing. And it seemed to have a little more muzzle rise with the Dagger than the other two, the Glock and the Shadow Systems. I don't know if it's disproportional weight or I was limp wristing. I don't know, but I seem to have a little more rise and a little more flingers.
and you and I were shooting at the same time, so I wasn't able to see what you were doing.
And I shoot reset trigger, so after it cycles, I still have the trigger depressed, and then I, let it go forward, hear the click,
I like
and
it.
pull it again.
How was the reset?
The reset isn't nearly what it is on the other two. I did not like the trigger reset. I did not like the ergonomics. I could pick it up. I could shoot accurately. I could shoot a 10-inch group with 1 or 2 flingers.
Okay.
But
All right.
And it's a decent gun. If you're in the intro side of the market, it's great. I would suggest it, but it's not my favorite.
Okay. So let's move on to the Glock. So that would have been the first gun you shot I think it was the third gun that you shot.
Yeah.
The Glock 19.
Yeah.
Is that
Second.
correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a Gen 3 Glock 19.
Okay. So what did you think of that one?
That was my favorite.
The Glock 19 was your favorite. Okay. Is there a reason, or you just like the way it felt overall?
Yeah. I just like the way it felt. It didn't feel heavy. It didn't kick.
And what is your experience with shooting?
Not very much.
Okay, so not very. No, so people
Yeah.
of all types of experience are going to be watching this, so they're going to appreciate your comments.
Okay.
Okay, so that's awesome.
It was my least favorite overall.
That was your least favorite.
Yeah.
The Glock
Okay.
was? Mm-hmm. But I love you. You're my kid. You are my kid. You were definitely your father's
So
daughter.
why was it your least favorite?
I didn't like the way it felt when I shot.
Okay.
I think that it was almost too light for me, personally.
Okay. Now, I do not know the different weights of these pistols, so, I mean, but it's all in the eye of the beholder. I mean, she's the one that's shooting.
I feel like when it's heavier, I almost have a little more control and can get a tighter grip.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Well, heavier the gun, the less recoil, and also it could just be the way it was weight distribution, because they're all basically the same parts.
Yep.
So if PSA changed and Shadow Systems have changed a little bit of the ergonomics, but once
Well,
again,
I think Shadow Systems, their firing system, the fire control modules is made of just a little bit different materials as well.
I think it's actually a Timony. I'm not sure.
Okay. I can't speak
Now,
gospel on that, but I want to say that it does have different parts, or they're made of different material.
and the
But this is something you guys can look up.
the Glock and the PSA are all standard factory. Well, all three are, but that's standard Glock.
Yep.
There's a little bit of high performance on the Shadow Systems.
From the factory.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So let's go to the Shadow Systems. What did you think of that? That was your second one. That was your first one.
It was my second favorite. I thought it felt a lot like the Glock.
Okay. I like it.
And I shot well with both of them, I think.
I want to say that you shot well with all three of them. You're scary. I will not make you mad
Okay.
on purpose. I am an idiot, so it could happen on accident.
That was like in the middle for me, where it was like, don't love it, don't hate it. My accuracy kind of wavered in and out.
So
of
you
like
did
the-
not say that the American flag one was your least favorite, so it was between the PSA and the Shadow Systems for
Yeah.
you. Okay.
Yeah. So it's very. I didn't hate the way it felt. It felt a lot similar to the Glock to me,
Okay.
but I wouldn't pick it.
Okay. Perfect. And Shadow
The
Systems.
Shadow Systems is my favorite. It's the difference in shooting the two lower end guns in that is that one's ported, so it does have gas venting from the slide. It's a little different recoil, so that's probably a little bit of their issues with that. It doesn't recoil the same. I liked it. The trigger reset on that is just phenomenal. It's just a sneeze away, and it's I out of the three, the Shadow Systems hands down was the best for me.
Okay. I would like to start out by saying I had a lot of fun with you guys. I always have fun with you guys. So thank you very much for doing this with me. What?
So that's because this is the moneymaker.
That is the moneymaker. It's a great moneymaker. All right. So, me personally, I liked the Dagger the best, and here's why. So the Shadow Systems and you guys don't know this, but the Shadow Systems is pretty pricey. Okay. So then you got your Glock, and then the less expensive one is the Dagger. So I felt like the Dagger and the Glock, for me, shot exactly the same. So that was kind of cool that PSA did that. Dagger's been making guns for a long time. They're very good at it. They've got a very good reputation. I've never been a Glock guy, but good for them. I felt like the Dagger was exactly like the Glock. So price-wise, if I was going to buy one, of course I'm going to want to buy the cheaper of the two. Shadow Systems, I agree, it didn't have the kick, but it also didn't set itself apart from the other two enough where I'd be like, oh my gosh, I got to go out and get that one. It did look really good, and you know, sometimes pretty counts. I carry, you know, one that I carry because it's really pretty, but it also performs well. That's a Kimber. So yeah, the shadow system, I thought all three of them did really well, and I would shoot any one of them again and again and again. I'm more and more becoming a Glock fan, but the shadow systems, for what you pay, I really just, you can get the same thing with the Dagger, in my opinion, and that's why I would have chosen that one over the other two. So that's that. How do we feel?
I chose all three.
You chose all three. Again, I would too. I would too. But
Well,
if you're on a budget and you want to get the Dagger, man.
Watch Palomino State Armory's website. You can get them, you know, $300, $350.
Right. And
You know?
again, we're not selling these guys. We're just giving you our honest opinions.
No,
Okay?
but I'm saying if
Do
you're
the
entering the
research and look.
market, that's a great entry level. Get to know your way around a firearm. It's not going to break the bank. 9mm cheap to shoot. If you have to have a name brand, the Glock's there.
Yep.
But really, if I was entering the market, I wouldn't be buying shadow systems. But I've got, you know, tons of guns laying around, and
Sure.
you know, it came through the shop, and I said, what the hell?
Yep.
So
Yep.
I mean, it wouldn't have been something I sought out if it hadn't have been sitting on the shelf.
Yep.
I think that if I had to, like, gun to my head, had to pick one, I would have picked the American flag one. Just for the simple fact that, like, even though I didn't care for the way it felt, like, it did hurt my wrist a little, I did shoot better with it.
You did.
Easy.
All right, guys. So hey, that's
Glock.
that's the comparison to the three pistols, and this is just our opinions, guys. Watch more videos. If you can, go out and test fire them yourselves before you actually decide on one. But we had a good time. I hope you guys had a good time, and I'll see you next time. If you like the video, hit subscribe and join my tens of subscribers. See you guys later.